We're going to restore safety to our streets and peace to our communities. And we're going to destroy the vile criminal cartel MS-13 and many other gangs. MS-13 is particularly violent. These are animals. It is the policy of this administration to dismantle, decimate, and eradicate MS-13.
On the heels of President Trump announcing an MS-13 crackdown, a major arrest, Douglas Herrera Hernandez, also known by the name Terror. He's an illegal immigrant and one of the top 10 most wanted fugitives in Texas. This MS-13 gang member was arrested in Virginia, charged with capital murder in connection to 2 killings in Houston, Texas. But not everyone's happy with the crackdown on violent gang members. We have a member of an anti-Trump immigration advocacy group claiming President Trump is more dangerous to the immigrant community than MS-13. And he called the gang murders on Long Island a, quote, tragedy.
This is about tearing apart immigrant families.
Okay,
if you want to
just spare me. Wait, stop. Look, I'm giving you a voice on this show.
Sure.
Spare me the dumb rhetoric and answer my question. What is wrong with going after? And just don't stop with the slogans. Honestly, what's wrong with going after MS-13?
These aren't slogans. These are hard data.
But you're dodging my. Wait, stop.
No, I'm not.
I know you want to give your speech, but I'm asking you about MS-13. You don't like the administration's position on illegal immigration. I get it.
Tucker, what I'm saying is that this is a convenient example.
But there's also a reality. Oh, stop. Wait, stop. There's a reality at the bottom of this. Hold on. There's a reality, and I would think that you, as someone who claims to care about immigrants, would at least acknowledge the reality, which is that MS-13 preys upon immigrants.
Joining me now, former Arizona border Sheriff Paul Babeu. Good to see you, Sheriff. Sheriff, all right, let's get to the numbers. I'm so glad you're on the show. Justice Department estimates that we've seen them. There are over 10,000 MS-13 members in the U.S. across at least 40 states. But now we have pundits like this guy calling the gang murders a, quote, tragedy. He's arguing that the president is vilifying all immigrants when he cracks down on murderous gangs. Do you see the logic there? What do you think?
That's completely absurd. The president and his team are literally here to the rescue. And it couldn't be any sooner. When you see vicious murders like have been recounted with the machete attacks and brutally hatcheting up other young people in the community, and you saw this Herrera, who has killed 2 people in Texas, was on their top most wanted list, and is arrested walking down the street in Arlington, Virginia. So these vicious criminals, and this guy called Terror is only 20 years old. Many of them are in their teens. And these are just the crimes that we know about. Oftentimes in law enforcement, we know when we've arrested somebody, it's like hitting the jackpot because they've likely committed that very same crime multiple times, often without our knowledge. You
know, Sheriff, to your point, El Salvador has the world's 4th highest murder rate. It's estimated that about 2/3 of the murders there because of gangs. The murder rate there is more than 20 times what is here in the U.S. El Salvador is home to MS-13. I mean, you've seen this trend taking hold in the United States. What was going on over the last 8 years versus what is happening now?
It's complete lawlessness. And now we have reprioritized safety in our country. We've had close to 200+ sanctuary communities where it's complete hands-off, literally handcuffing the police, not just at the local jurisdictions. We've seen this all the way up through Eric Holder, Loretta Lynch, President Obama, and they've been focused on keeping wide open borders. That's completely changed. We've seen a complete reversal. The border is far more secure because we're going to enforce the law. Nobody's going to have this catch and release. And we're going out there targeting in these communities, including sanctuary communities, to arrest the real criminals.
Sheriff, what happens if MS-13 is not eradicated? What's at risk here?
You're going to continue to see this lawlessness and murders. What's stopping somebody, if they're 20 years old and they've already committed 2 separate murders in different communities that we know of, what's stopping them from doing that again and again? Because there's no boundaries or sense of right or wrong any longer. And there's thousands and thousands of these individuals. They have to be arrested and deported forever.